Well, hi, I want to welcome today Michelle Cederberg, a colleague of Ravi and I. We've both known and worked with for a long time. She's an expert on health and productivity and success. Michelle, thank you so much for taking your time to do this for us today.
Very happy to be here, Chris.
Thank you. Well, so tell us a little bit about what got you interested in exercise and the relationship between exercise and wellness and productivity.
Yeah, it's kind of been a lifelong endeavor for me. I come to the speaking world through the fitness world. So I was a personal trainer and a fitness instructor and a teacher of exercise physiology at the college level and all things health. And
Good.
so it's been an important part of my ongoing philosophy of life, physical health as a foundation for personal and professional growth. So all my life.
All right. So this is just one more step for you.
I guess, yeah.
All right, terrific. So, we all know that exercise is important for our health, but can you talk a little bit about why it's important? And that may sound like an obvious question, but I think people can use a reminder, and also to talk about why it's especially important now.
Well, I think that most of us know why, in general, exercise is important, longevity and health and staving off disease and all of that. So I'll go straight to the why it's especially important now. Here's what I'll say. If you're an essential worker and you're out there, you're probably moving just as much or more than you were before self-isolation. And to that group, I often say, give yourself the downtime when you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But for those of us who have been in self-isolation, I guarantee, simply because we're not leaving our houses to go run our errands or do the work that we do or travel to the airport as many speakers do.
Yep.
Our step count is down by thousands every single day, even as active people.
Sure.
And because we are self-isolated, I'm guaranteeing that the steps are fewer, they're less frequent, and they're less intense. And so under self-isolation, we need it to just maintain the health we gain from movement, but we also need it because of the mental health that we gain because of it.
Sure. So talk a little bit about what kind of exercise we should be doing at this point.
Well, exercise is a funny one because high intensity exercise, if you're not ready for that, can be a stressor. And
Sure.
We don't need more stress now. We're bombarded with stress right now from the outside world and news and uncertainty and all that. But the right kinds of stress being lower intensity, stuff that you already love and stuff you already enjoy, and even mindfulness type of exercise. So I've been doing a lot of walking. I've started to do yoga online, which took a little bit of getting used to. And I've continued to do almost daily bike rides from my house. And that's what I've done prior to. So, it really is about doing what you have been doing. It's about doing what you love. And at the very least, the good old simple, put your running shoes on and walk out the door for a physically distanced walk with Mother Nature.
Yeah. All right. And a couple of questions that are sort of tied together in my mind, at least. One is how much exercise is enough, and number two, there's some people that are shut in, but by choice or not. And you have some thoughts about kinds of exercise that people can and should or maybe should not be doing at home, maybe just using what's available to them in the house.
In terms of how much is enough, when I talk to my audiences, I say, your goal is to consistently do more than what is normal for you.
Yeah.
I want you to think about that. If you're, a high intensity triathlete, go kind of person, it's going to be challenging under self-isolation to do more than what is normal for you. But
a lot of laps around the living room.
Well, it might be laps around the living room or the backyard. It might be getting out for a bike ride or a run and keeping physically distant.
Sure.
But for most of us, I believe that during self-isolation, we should make a concerted effort to do some sort of movement every single day. Mm-hmm. Whether that is a walk around your block to start and end your day, whether that is dancing in your living room or walking up and down flights of stairs for, 10 minutes, you'll be surprised how much that gets your heart rate up. Or going online to any number of the organizations that are putting hundreds of hours of free workouts online that don't require equipment, that, are actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. So things that anyone can do.
Yes. And I think that for most of us, making a plan to move every day for at least 10 minutes and then having a few days a week where we're moving for 30 minutes or more is really going to help us get to the other side of this with resilience and with self-esteem and with energy to kind of square our shoulders for whatever's going to come next. And I will also say this, I often say I exercise for my mind and my body reaps the benefits. So let's face it, these have been challenging times for so many reasons, for so many people. And the stress of that cannot be ignored. But when we take care of our physical health, it really does give a boost to our emotional wellness and to our resilience, I guess, to push back against whatever we've got coming our way.
Yeah, terrific. Well, so I know in your book, and I need to double check the title here, Energy Now, Small Steps to an Energetic Life. You talk about taking small steps. That's one of the things we've talked about a lot in this course is taking small steps, whatever you're doing, learning in a stepwise fashion with practice over time. So how small can or should those steps be when it comes to exercise?
As small as you can fit in, I say some days. I say that, we all have the best intentions to be better and do better. We all have this go big or go home mindset that we'd like to be able to daily implement. I'm
sounds good, doesn't it?
Do that thing, right? I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to, regain the health I had in my 20s, whatever it might be. But when our time is I don't want to say we've got lots of time now, but it is very much distracted to homeschooling or to working from home or to processing news or dealing with how you're going to get the next payment for your mortgage or what have you.
Yeah.
The pressure to then go and do a big proper workout can have most people overwhelmed. And so I would rather that people take small, consistent steps every single day through this rather than going big every day. And to listen to what your mind and body need on a given day. I say that 10 minutes every day of doing something is going to help you feel better. And then those days when you feel like you can do more, do more. I'm a big fan of getting outdoors whenever it's safe and where you can physically distance. And the thing about walking outdoors is that you'll be drawn into wanting to go more. So if you're feeling like, I don't want to do anything, I just want to curl up in the ball and watch Netflix, put your running shoes on. And I say, walk out the door for 10 minutes. And if you still don't feel like walking when that 10 minutes is up, then turn around and walk home, right? All of a sudden you got 20 minutes.
All right. So actually my next question sort of dovetails on that, and maybe the answer is exactly the same. I'm not sure. So, there are going to be some people watching this who, for whatever their reasons, really don't feel like doing anything at all. And maybe it's physical exhaustion, maybe it's emotional exhaustion, maybe it's depression or anxiety. There could be all sorts of reasons. What would be your advice for those folks? What are things they can think? What are things they can do that might help them at least begin to take those small steps that you're talking about?
It's a great question, because when we are depressed or anxious or feeling high levels of stress, we can have a tendency to go inward, to hibernate, to curl up in a ball, when the exact thing that we probably do need is a little bit of movement.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is the walking one is such a simple one. Put on some earbuds with music that you like and head out the door, or physically distance with a friend, or go out with your family member. If you've got a dog, they need you, take them out for a little walk.
Yeah.
But if you're having one of those days where it's like, I don't know if I can do this, just simply put on some music that you love. Just turn it on in your house and just stand with the music. And it can be some sort of inspiring classical music. It can be jazz, whatever kind of music really just gets at your heart, because sometimes just having that on, and I say standing in it, will just kind of give you, I don't want to say energy and empowerment. And if you feel
literally standing in it,
standing in it.
Yeah.
So it's getting up and letting your feet be grounded and letting your energy come up and out of you, so that you can really kind of trust that your legs are going to hold you. You're going to be okay. You can move if you want to. And this is what I'm talking about when people are really having a tough time. And then at the best of times, if we're just feeling like, I don't want to do anything, music always helps.
Yeah. I
Music
agree.
and walking are the two simple ones, I'd say,
Fantastic. So this is incredibly helpful. Tell folks where they can get more information if they're interested in finding out more about what you do, and maybe following. I know you've got a strong social media presence. Where can people get more Michelle Cederberg information?
MichelleCederberg.com is a great place to start, and I am on Twitter and Instagram as @CederbergSpeaks. I send out regular tips. I send out a weekly video. You can sign up for that via MichelleCederberg.com, and I'm always happy to answer questions from your viewers if they email me at hello@MichelleCederberg.com.
I love that email address.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Michelle. This has been incredibly helpful. I appreciate you taking the time to do this for us.
Thank you, Chris. It's great that you're doing this for all of your viewers. We will get through this.
And hey, if you want to sign up for Ravi and Chris's 21 Days of Serenity, go to www.getridofthestress.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out those other social channels for lots going on. Until next time.